It is a beautiful night for football here in the Midwest as we are at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Play action, Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
They run for the first time with James Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Allen gonna throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Allen now looks to throw. Coleman has it here right side. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, that one caught by Rice. They'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a third down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The tight end in motion right. No score after 1 on EA Sports. second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 3rd and 3. And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Roquan Smith. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 23. They start the drive with Cook. And they get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? And the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now Allen. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And just shutting him off there. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time, but nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he caught the race. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes to throw once more. This is caught. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Barkley is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Mahomes going to throw. He's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Nice move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, it's scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And even 20 yards for Saquon Barkley. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? What if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit?
The touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. And the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Taron Johnson made the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Rice. So 8 yards on the completion there, and 3rd and 1 now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man right side is Rice. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Rice. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A first down carry for Barkley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll drop the throw. Complete. Jefferson to target. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Tackled down at the 1. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
First down and goal to go.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to go hard and finish in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Allen and the Bills now down by 2 touchdowns. 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. They've yet to dip the scoreboard tonight. Now they've got to do it twice late if they want a chance here. Allen completes it to Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 after the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's third down. That's complete to Chase. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. First and 10 here.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's second down and 3. Allen.
This is Coleman with the ground. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here's first down. Throwing, Allen.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes second and 10. Now Allen. That is caught by Shakir. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's third and 5. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Bills.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they did it in shutout fashion.
It is a beautiful night for football here in the Midwest as we are at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. And tonight we've got an AFC matchup in store for you, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. Allen going to go to the air right away. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7.
Now Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Allen now looks to throw.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Allen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Dexter Lawrence coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
following the penalty. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
To the air, Allen. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he returns this to the 22. KC's offense ready to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Looking to put a drive together. They go play fake. Mahomes. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
But somebody got to do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody got to do it. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Saquon Barkley. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 63 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during the game, cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And we'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now Allen. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd down and 4.
Allen.
In the middle, that's caught by Chase.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Allen to throw once more.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Bills 14, Chiefs 7.
not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Now Mahomes.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 1-touchdown ball game. 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing a point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Up the middle with Barkley. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Mahomes now to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
27-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
It's complete to Brown, right side. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Out of the shotgun and run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Mahomes going to throw. He's got some room to operate. And he will take it and for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Dunker now to add the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
And that flag accepted. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen finding Shakir across the formation. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Up there, incomplete.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From midfield, here's Allen. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Cook up the gut. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 8. Now Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook taking it in from the 20. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 21-14. 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
36-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. At time, a huge factor.
Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Mahomes completes this to Jefferson. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's first and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Here's first and 10. Here's Mahomes. This one brought in by Jefferson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
The 31-yard line.
Here comes second down. Mahomes to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A big play looming on third down. Mahomes. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
What a finish in this one, Charles. This group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.